Hello everyone, Danny Garola here with Stampin' the Pink Barn, coming to you from a nice and cool Tucson, Arizona. It definitely feels like fall around here. We are done with triple digit days, I will tell you that much, which is super exciting. That's the best time. I know I came on a couple minutes early this time because the last couple of times that I've come on here, Facebook did not want to cooperate with me when it came to trying to flip my device. But hey, what do you know? This time, as soon as I hit the go live button, bingo bango, here I am. Telling you, it's pretty much hit or miss when it comes to me and Facebook. It's a love-hate relationship. No, Facebook's great. If I didn't have it, I don't know where I would be with you guys because I had such an issue when it came to YouTube. Look at my hair, it's all over the place. YouTube did the same thing. It wouldn't let me rotate my phone. I had tried everything. I had even talked to the Apple people, Apple technology and all our technical people, and none of us could figure out what was going on. So I was like, forget it. I'm not going to stress out about it. I can't do anything. You can't fix broken, right? Well, I guess when it comes to certain things. I'm just not very tech savvy and I get frustrated and I don't need to have that frustration in my life. Oh, come on, thing. Oh, there we go. And then it looks like my other device is being goofy because it is old as the days. I have an old iPhone 6 Plus, and that's what I normally watch you guys on. But it seems like ever since they did this big, huge update on iOS a couple of weeks ago, my device does not want to work. So I guess it looks like we're gonna have to come over here and shut some of these other windows down. And it looks like we're gonna have to bring us up on my computer. Now, let's hit the mute button because I don't want to hear myself twice. Yeah, it's just doing that little white spinny thing on my device in front of me. So I at least like to make sure that all is working good. Hello, Denise. Now, let's see if I can see who's all come in here. Hello, Marcia. Hello, Rhea. Hello, Peggy. Welcome, you guys. Hello, Kay. Welcome, welcome. Now, I hope you guys have all heard, I've sent out a couple of different emails stating the fact that we are in the full swing of free shipping. From today through Wednesday, Stampin' Up! Is doing this amazing free shipping of any order of products over $75. Now, that is not including your tax, so it has to be a product order of over $75 or more to get free shipping. So let me tell you, I definitely got on, making my list, making sure that I got all my essentials that I need. Like I ordered a bunch of cardstock that I've needed, and glue and all those kinds of things because it's the best time for me to order those things and not have to pay shipping on top of it. So I definitely took advantage of that sale. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Patty. Welcome, you guys. Sorry, I don't mean to keep moving away from you guys, but like I said, my other device in front of me is not wanting to work. So I'm going to have to keep looking at my computer. And because I'm so close to you guys here, if I put my glasses on, I won't be able to read what's going on here. So it's just one of those things. I can either see up close or I can't see far away. So hello, Becky. Thank you guys for sharing. Yes. So yeah, wanted to let you guys know definitely about that free shipping. You guys are going to want to take advantage of that. And again, when you spend over $35 in my store and you use my current host code, you're going to get this week's card kit that we are going to be putting together today. So, hello Linda. So very, very fun. I am going to be using the Forever Fern. Now this is a full tree set. Now this has been in our annual catalog. This is, where are the dies? I was gonna say, oh please tell me I didn't forget the dies over there. And then it is a huge die set. You get a mountainscape, you get all these trees, you also get some mountain or rocks, and then some clouds in here. But this is one of those big, huge, like 6 by 6 dies. Now this one, it says that it comes with 17 dies in here. So we're gonna definitely have fun with this today. I've done a couple of different kinds of cards for you guys, and then I have done a Christmas card with this set too. So you can definitely see the versatility with this set. We are in a contract with our home being sold, as if you guys have heard me say that. And so we are having an engineer come in a couple of days. They are coming in to do their inspection. So it's just all these fun things, kind of playing that waiting game, which is awful. The waiting game is not fun. We're waiting for them to come back with they've had their inspections done on the home, and then they come back with their bins stating to us either what they want fixed or what they want, So, but then we have to do that negotiating fun stuff. Yeah, fun. Fun, they say. Not. But you know what? I guess it's all in the way that, it just has to be done. So we just roll with it. So, what else is coming up? Tomorrow, I take Mom to the doctor's. She has to go see her heart doctor for a checkup. I have a million scans coming up the following week. Then, the end of, not this week that we're in, but the following week, my daughter gets to do a trial of this really cool machine. It's called an Obi. It is a feeding machine since she doesn't have control of her hands because my daughter has Rett syndrome. So she cannot feed herself. She can't hold a spoon. She can't hold a fork. And she does not have the coordination to even move one up to her hands or up to her mouth to eat. There is a device that we get to do a trial for over at her feeding therapy. It is a big round disc machine, and it's got this arm on it, almost like a desk lamp. It has this arm on it, and then it comes down, and it has a spoon on the end of it. Well, in this round tray that is on the base of this, it's very weighted, and it's heavy, so it doesn't tip over and fall because you've got this mechanical arm that hangs on it. It is really kind of cool. I've been watching videos on it to make sure I knew what this Obi was all about. And so it's got 4 little compartments in the actual plate part of it on the tray that sits inside of it. There are switches, so 2 switches come with it. So the recipient, my daughter, who can use her eye gaze machine, she can actually talk to her eye gaze machine, and then it will click that switch for her. Really kind of cool how technology is. Again, it's a love-hate relationship, but, we make do. So, it would be a switch that one will then tell the spoon which one of the 4 little plates to dip into. So, in other words, if she had peas, and then she had some meatloaf, and if she had, say, mashed potatoes, and then say she had some applesauce. You can keep hitting those switches for it to stop at whatever one of the 4 that you would like a bite of. So if it moves to the mashed potatoes and you're like, I don't want mashed potatoes, you would hit that switch and then it would move to the meatloaf. Okay, if that's what you want, you hit the other switch, it then moves down, takes a scoop or the bite of it, and then brings it around to the recipient's mouth. So it would sit about this far. She would then have to open her mouth and pull it off of the spoon. The little arm sits there with the spoon on there, and then when it knows that the food is gone, because it has sensors in it, it then scoops down and gets another bite for her. So that would be pretty much her eating independently and not having to depend on us to feed her and give her a bite, because this now new machine would do this for her. So we are going to trial this machine and see how it works for her, because we've done all these different kinds of techniques to try to teach her how to feed herself. It's not something that she's going to learn. She just doesn't have the coordination with her hands. With Rett syndrome, it's one of those things that your brain knows what it wants you to do, but there's like a misfire there where it will not connect to your appendages. So in other words, you're like, okay, yes, I would like to take a bite. But to get your hand to get down there and pick up a spoon to take a bite, it just doesn't work. The connection is gone. So with this machine, I'm hoping and praying that it definitely gives her some independence in her life and allows her to eat independently. It's probably about, I would say maybe 10 inches wide, and it's round, and then the arm is probably maybe 12 feet tall or 12 inches tall. And so it's one of those things that you can actually take to restaurants with you. She can, bring it over here to grandma's house when she comes over. And so it's portable as well. So that makes it an extra plus, because some of her equipment is not very portable because it is so heavy and so large. So, it's just one of those things that I'm super excited to see her try. So be on the watch. I will probably be posting a couple videos and a couple of pictures. And so very fun. So I'm going to get you guys flipped around here, and I am going to show you guys some cards that I have received. And we're going to talk about a little business, and then we're going to get down into these beautiful, beautiful cards. We also have some giveaways to pass out to you guys. So hold tight. Let me get you guys flipped around. Okay, I think that works. Alrighty, so right now we have 2 more days that you can subscribe to yeah, 2 more days. You have until October 10th that you can subscribe to the Home for the Holidays Paper Pumpkin Kit. Now know that you can buy the prepaid and get this that way if you don't want to subscribe to this. Home for the Holidays, this is all about getting those Christmas cards created. You get 8 card bases for each of 2 designs, 8 coordinating envelopes, 1 real red stamping spot, 1 glitter glue, beautifully detailed pre-cut pieces, and 1 photopolymer stamp set. So look how cute these little homes are. I'm assuming they're going to be shaped cards in the shape of these little houses and the trees. That's just speculation just by looking at the photo here. So I can't wait to get this. It should be shipped out if the 10th is the last day. Normally these start shipping on the 12th. So watch for that if you are a subscriber. Free shipping going on from today through October 11th on all orders $75 or more. Please be sure to use my host code. This is the current host code right now. ZURRJ76X is my current host code. That is going to make sure you get this week's kit. Join my team right now. If you have been thinking about becoming a demonstrator or a part of Stampin' Up family, right now is the best time to do it. It's 35 off or 35 more the cost of your starter kit. So that simply means that you have 2 options for our starter kit right now. Option 1 is that you get 35% off the cost of your starter kit. So it's $125 worth of product for only $64.35. feel like it were crooked. Hopefully that didn't make it worse. Option 2 is get 35% more products with your starter kit. So spend $99 and you get $168.75 worth of product. So this includes any of the new products that we have out right now, anything in online exclusives, anything that is in any of our current catalogs. So really, really cool to be able to grab any of those items. Make yourself a list. Get as close to the $125 or as close to the $168.75 so you can get as much for your buck as you can. So that's how that works. You can see all these promotions over on my blog at stampinthepinkbarn.com. If you go to stampinthepinkbarn.com, on the right-hand side column, there is a categories. If you go down to promotions, that's where it's going to show you all the fun things that we have to offer. So the give back, making a difference that Stampin' Up! Is doing this year is on this beautiful paper. This is called A Walk in the Forest. Now this coordinates with a couple of our sets. It goes with the tree set and it goes with the polar bear set. Just so you can see this, very fun paper. I'm going to be using it in one of the cards that we're using that we're going to be making tonight. This paper can be used for a lot of masculine cards because of the colors that are in it. But what I mean by making a difference and giving back, that means Stampin' Up! Picks an item every year and they take some of the proceeds from the purchase amount and they send it to a charity of their choice. So this year they have chosen to do the the military Toys for Tots is what they're giving the proceeds for. So when you buy that paper, they're going to send a portion of the proceeds to Marines Toys for Tots. Mystery stamping for this month. So get yourselves ready. This Wednesday, I will be posting the supplies that you're going to need for our mystery card. On the 18th, we will actually be doing our Facebook Live right here in this very spot that we're going to be on the 18th at 6 p.m. I will be doing a Facebook Live where we put that card together. Then you have through the 25th to create the same layout of card that I have shown to get it submitted over at Pink Barn Stampers Group, and that is where you can be entered into a giveaway for excellent prizes. We have some special designer series paper out right now. Now this is in our online exclusives. That's where you're gonna find this paper. This is 5 different designer series papers. This can also be added to your starter kit. Don't forget that. Very, very beautiful. You're going to want to check that out. You can add those to your plethora of goodies when you add to your free shipping right now. My All About Autumn PDF class is available. It's going to make the 5 cards here. These, I have changed my price on all of my PDFs to be all the same now. They will be $10 for the PDFs. It just makes it a lot easier than changing prices for however many cards or however many pages of PDF that I have to write. So you can check these out over on my blog. Again, on that right-hand column, go down and you can look at monthly PDF classes. I have the All About Autumn. Oh, and I did want to mention that the All About Autumn paper is back in stock in the online store. So if you've been waiting for the All About Autumn paper that has been out of stock, it's back in. Now, you need to run, don't walk, because I can't guarantee how long it's going to stay in stock because it has been such a hot a comedy item that I'm sure it's probably not going to stick around, and people are buying multiple packs of it because of the fact that it has been running out. Them Bones is still available. This is going to create 4 cards. Now the fun thing with this is I have used some of that glow in the dark paper on some of these cards. Now this with the Halloween coming up would be great to help you get a jump start on those Halloween fall or fun spooky cards. I've got the timeless arrangement kits, or PDF in store. I've got the Fresh as a Daisy PDF class, and I've got my Countryside Inn class. All those are available on my blog that you can check those out. Okay, let me move all of my stuff here. All right, so let's get down. I'm going to show you guys some of the cards that I have received. Now, I went over to Ria's house this last week because we are discussing, I have been wanting to start up a class again, an in-person class. And so I have decided to collaborate a class with Miss, what is going on here? With Miss Ria. So it'll just be the two of us putting on a in-person class. Now, since I was over at her house, she gave me this beautiful card. She has joined our monthly swap, and this was one of the swap cards that she had put in her for the swaps that she had done. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I think it is so beautiful. I cannot believe, like when I looked at this, I was like, oh my gosh, she embossed the whole background of this with her clear embossing powder and did this on, I'm pretty sure she probably had over 10 cards that she needed to submit for her swap card. And so she did that on all of these cards. But what a beautiful card that she has created here. Let me take a drink. I'm getting a little frothy. Also, in the mail the other day, Miss Lisa Oliver sent me this gorgeous card here. I love this leaf set here. It's actually one that she purchased from me in my my stamp sale that I had last month. So she's used the product and she was just telling me thank you that, look what she did in the inside here, just very, very gorgeous, that she wanted to show me that she's been using the product that she purchased from me. So I thought that was so fun and what a beautiful, beautiful card. So thank you so much, Lisa, for that. Ooh, there's like a frog stuck. Then my mom created this card. I think it was probably her first Christmas card of the year. Using the new, oh my gosh, I can't even remember the name of this set right now, but isn't that beautiful? And then she used some of the fine shimmery gold paper that she's had on hand. She put some of those embellishments on the little berries and used that. Oh, I loved that embossing folder. And I still wish that it was something that we sold, but it was all that evergreen trees embossing folder that she put in the back of that. And then just really made a beautiful card with the matching envelope there. So I was very proud of her for sitting down and making a card. All right, let's get to the giveaways. So when you come in here, hit that like button or the little heart, and that gets you added to the like giveaway. Also, when you come in here and you comment and tell me that you're in here, that gets you added to the commenting giveaway. Now, when you do me a major solid and you share this to your news feed, you get entered into a big giveaway for some special prizes for that. So you'll see as we get going here. So this beautiful card right here, this was from last week. We used the Ringed with Nature. This one here, I think this is just such a rich and beautiful card. This is going for liking last week's video. This is going to Miss Frida Alsop. So Frida, this is gonna come your way. This is one that we created. Then for coming in and commenting on the video last week, this is gonna go to Debbie Cox. Debbie, I do not believe that I have your address. So if you can message me through Facebook Messenger, or you can email me at stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com. stampin.com with your address. I can get this in the mail to you, so you can send this to family, friends, a loved one that you would just like to let them know that you're thinking of them. Very, very bright and cheery card to just brighten someone's day. So that one we created. Now, for sharing last week's video, like I said, it's a big ask for me to have you guys share for me. So I do a little bit of a bigger prize for you guys. I have decided to do, this is the Sunshine and Rainbows 6x6 Designer Series paper. And I have just a little pack of these that I've only used a couple out of here. This is the 2021-2023 In Color Jewels. This one has the 5 different colors in it. Very, very pretty jewels in there. I love the way that they sparkle. So this is going to go to Miss Denise Wager. So Denise, this is going to be coming your way. So watch for your guys' happy mail, and thank you guys all so much for helping support my business and what I do. I so enjoy coming in here and making cards and having you guys all join me weekly for this. Oh, and I'm going to try to stop coughing because it's kind of annoying. All right, so let me show you guys the 3 cards that we're going to be making tonight. We're going to be making this really pretty Christmas card. Now, I think I forgot my little embellishments. Ugh, I think I did. Oh, well. We're going to be making this one also. It's kind of like a little window back behind here with those mountains in there. And then this one is pretty fun. I've changed up a couple of things on this one, though, because I think I like the mountains to be in black instead of brown that's on this card. So there are the cards that we're going to make today. So let me, oh, and here's a bonus card that I will be posting later on in the week on my blog. This I just did, oh, my tree got bent. I just did the trees in black. I cut out my mountain a little bit longer in the Highland Heather. Then I took some gorgeous grape ink and I brushed across the bottom. Now, this is, believe it or not, basic white paper up here. I have taken gorgeous grape and brushed across the top and just made this dark, you know, the transition of the sky. And then I took Berry Burst and I did across the center and just kind of graduated with that ink to leave it look like it's almost like the sun is going down and leaving that brighter sky behind that beautiful purple mountain sunset. So that is another one that I will be adding later on in the week. All right, so let me get out all my things. So the way that your card kit will come to you when you spend $35 or more in my store this week, up until Friday midnight, I will be sending you a kit that looks just like this. You're going to get 3 envelopes with all of your pieces and scraps and all that in there. I will be die cutting your pieces for you. The only thing that I do not do is I do not stamp for you. Now, if it is a tree like this that does need to be stamped and cut out, I provide you the scrap piece of paper. You're going to then stamp on it, and then you're going to use your die cut to cut that out. Because if I was to just send you this tree, you're never going to line up your stamp with that tree. And that just makes things, that wouldn't make you very happy. So I will send, if I do put any ribbon on any of my cards, I will send you guys the ribbon, but I will not send any of the little blingy embellishments. It's just hard to send those this way. So let's get started with card number 1. We're going to do this fun and easy little Christmas card first. And it looks like I forgot to bring over my garden green ink, so we're just going to use hers. Last time I took her ink home with me, and I was like, why do I have 2 pumpkin pie ink on my shelf? Well, it's because I stole my mom's. Okay, this is a garden green base. Now remember, you guys, that Tomorrow, I will have all of the dimensions of this added to my blog. So you can go over there and you can find the measurements. You can find some still photos of these cards and the shopping list. So you can go ahead and purchase all the things you need to make these beautiful cards. This is that designer series paper that I was just telling you about, A Walk in the Forest. Oh man. This is using the little trees. The back side is that paper here with the trees and the little bear on there. But this paper is really super fun. You've got that greenery. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? You could make a sky with the snow coming down. So yeah, and then the last piece is the one with those little green trees on there. So just to show you that, and that's the one that goes to the charity this year as well. Okay, so we're gonna layer that next. Then we need a scrap piece of white for our trees. We need some red for the little banner that's gonna go across the center. We also need a piece of white that we're gonna do our sentiment on. And then I just cut a little piece that I could put on some white to do the inside of this card. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp on this. Oh my gosh. I hope I don't go through a coughing fit while we're doing this, because nobody wants to keep hearing me hack and cough. That's gross. Why during the evening is it that I happen to just become a little bit more like cough prone during the evenings? I have no idea why, but during the day I'm just fine. Oh, you know what it is? It is because it just rained, so it's a little bit humid out. I'm sure that's probably what it is right now. And we didn't get like a good rain, but we did get a little sprinkle, so that was nice. It has been in the low 90s today, so it's been just gorgeous. So you're not like dying. Okay, there's my basic white. I need to grab my big block because I am going to grab this full little grove of trees here. I'm grabbing garden green after I stick my hand in it because, hey, why not? Okay, and I'm just going to stamp that right there. Give it a couple of seconds to marinate into that paper to get that gorgeous color in there. Now, with this set, you will see there are no sentiments in here. So the cool thing about this is you can add any sentiment that you have from any of the sets that you already have. So what I have done for this one is, because I'm so in love with the Ringed with Nature that we used last week, I'm going to actually use the Merry Christmas sentiment up here. And so while we have our stamping stuff out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment as well. Okay, I'm going to move this over just a bit. Okay, and that didn't turn out too great. So the wonderful thing about paper is you've got two sides to it. Okay, that's better. So let me take my chamois and clean that stamp off. Because it does have red on it, I'm very prone to always sticking my hands in red ink, even though this time you saw me just stick my hand in the green. Maybe my luck is changing, who knows? All right, so there are our 2 pieces. Now, what I need to do is put all this up here. I need to bring in the embossing machine, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Now, with this set, you would need to use your big embossing machine for the most of these. I guess you might be able to fit that one in there, but it's going to be very, very tight squeeze. I would say you need to have the big embossing machine for that. Now, I do have people ask me a lot, how do you know what kind of machine can be used for your dies? Now, there's a little thing that I want you guys to know, that when you look in your catalog and you're back here and you see your dies and you see certain sets, let me find this die set just to show you. Maybe it was back there and I just... Is it not in this catalog? Is that what my problem is? See, I don't even know what catalog it's in. It's probably in the new catalog, and I'm just... Well, hold on a minute, because obviously I'm losing my marbles. There it is, Forever Forest, page 20. Wow, don't mind me. Here is this set here. So one of the cool things about this is this is on page 20, but when you go to the back of your catalog and you look at your sets, you can right here see that there will be a little icon with the little mini symbol. That means those sets can be used in the mini cut and emboss. So if you only have the mini, you want to look at those sets. Now, on here, you can see that it doesn't have that little mini icon on there. So this set is meant to go in the big cut and emboss. Today, I'm gonna use just a couple of little pieces in the little one because I can. I would say though that you want to definitely make sure that you have your big machine for this set. Okay, so let's get these dies out here. I need the little forest of trees. We're going to lay this on here, get it pretty straight. Now the way I can tell that this is straight, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, I watch the little tree trunks down at the bottom to make sure that that is all in there together so we can make sure, see, and that's not gonna work. I need to get a piece of tape and just add that to it. As you use your plates, they're going to get a little warped. The bottom one is warped from getting all those little cut marks in it. So just have yourself a little piece of washi tape or removable tape that you can stick to your paper, but make sure it's not too sticky so it doesn't wind up tearing your paper apart. So I just use regular Scotch tape. I stick it to my skin first. I know that's kind of gross, but it works. You've got natural oils in your skin that will keep that from... Ah, where did I just drop that? There is our set of trees. Whew, I'm starting to have a hot flash. See, if I drop something on the floor, it gives me a hot flash. All right, let's get out. I'm going to use my paper trimmer And oh, where is it now? Well, I thought she had her. Okay, where did she move it? Oh, here it is, right in front of my face. Good thing it wasn't a snake, it would have bit me. That is 1 inch by 5 inches. Okay. So we are gonna cut this. Go to 5 inches, cut that. Okay, there is the piece that we need for the little banner. I am going to cut down this little sentiment because it just seems a little much. I think I'll do it at 3/4 of an inch. That looks good. And then we're gonna cut the piece off of that with a pair of snips. Okay, so now what we're gonna do with this is I'm gonna grab my snips and I'm gonna simply just flag the end of this red cherry cobbler piece. I'm gonna go up the center first, make just a little cut. Then starting at the bottom corner, I'm gonna go straight up into that center cut, flip it, and do the same thing going the other way. And then that little piece will just come out, and then there is your little flagged banner piece. This piece here, I'm just going to take this and cut it like that, and then do the same thing this way, cut it that way. So there's my little sentiment piece. And adding just those little slants just kind of gives it a little bit of eye appeal. So let's go ahead and get this adhered. I'm also going to be using some of the linen thread on this. Oh, look how beautiful that paper is. I don't know what the heck my mom was in there cooking, but boy, does it smell good. That's just mean. No, I'm kidding. I ate spaghetti tonight before I even came over here. My husband came home from work and took a nap, and me and my daughter ate spaghetti for dinner. Okay, we're gonna take this little red banner. It was a leftovers night because that's what I normally do for Mondays, since I'm getting all my paper cut and together for my video, is I tell the family that Monday is leftover night. So I got to eat the leftover spaghetti from a couple nights ago. Okay, this is gonna then get popped up. Hello, Anna. Okay. Let's see, did I miss anybody coming in here? Yes, Denise, isn't that purple card just beautiful? I was debating whether or not I was going to make it in tonight's video here with you guys, but it is pretty time consuming because you really have to get all that ink on there, and I was just like, ugh, we're going to do one that's kind of like it, but maybe not so crazy detailed. So we're going to set this right like that. Okay, I pop that up. And then with this piece here, I'm gonna pop this up right below there as well. So I'm just gonna put a couple of little mini dimensionals across the bottom because the top will actually be already bumped up from that. But I am gonna add one in there, and I'm gonna add one right in there just to hold those two pieces. And then flip this over and add that right to that area. Oh, come on. Just like that. Okay, then we need to grab this I'm gonna have to grab the what is it? Embellishments, because it just looks blah without the embellishments. Okay, I'm just gonna make a little bow here. Okay, that's gonna go right up there. All right, let me go see. I gotta turn some lights on in this room because it's dark as can be. Let me bring over the embellishments because we need to add some embellishments to this. And, ooh, you know what? I don't have these embellishments, but I'm glad she does because I just ordered some today. These are the festive pearls. I thought these would be really pretty on here. Like I said, I don't have them, but I'm glad she does because we're going to use some of hers. Okay, that end's not going to work. So I love these little red pearls. We're just going to add some of these on here, just like that. And there is card number 1. Let's put an inside to this. So this card would be great to use for mass production because it is very simple and very quick to do, that you can make a bunch of these and just have them, you know, done and ready to get mailed out. Or if you know that you always have, you know, if you make your regular traditional Christmas cards and you know you like to have a few of them made up in case any unexpected, you know, person that you know, you're going to send, you know, wind up sending a card to them or meet somebody new that you want to send a card to. It's really kind of cool to have some of these made up. So I'm going to, let's see, where did my, there it is. I was going to stamp maybe just a couple of those trees. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So right down here, I have this piece that I have cut that is going to go along the bottom, but I want to add some of those trees, pretty much the 2 at the end. And they're going to be a little bit covered up by that paper, but I'm not going to hate that. That's okay. Just like that. Okay, now that needs to dry because it is still very wet. I can see the sheen on there. I can pick up some of my, you know, mess here while I wait for that to dry a second. We're gonna put that right across there. Okay. Just like so. Then we're gonna flip that over and we're gonna cut off that extra bit there that we don't need. And then we can add this inside of our card. And I think I just use my ribbon snips. Oh, and see, I didn't even put the ribbon on there. Ooh, it smells like she's got something in the air fryer. I think I just heard it beep. Crazy how you get to learn noises. I am a major air fryer lover. I love my air fryer, and when I got mine, I was telling her, I was like, you need to own one of these. So then she wound up buying one too. So we love our air fryers. They just make life so easy, especially if you have kids. And like now that we live here, we've got a gas stove, and I don't particularly like my son, and I know he's 18 and I should just get over it, but I don't like him using the gas stove. So he uses the air fryer for pretty much everything, which I think it's better than a microwave. So, I mean, we do have one, but I think it just comes out so much crispier, especially depends on what you're cooking. But anyways, all right, there is card number 1. Very simple, very easy to just throw a bunch of these together, and you've got a really pretty Christmas card. Okay, so card number 1. Okay, let's get down to card number 2. Okay, card number 2 is very clean, and just a couple of colors that we're going to be adding to this to really give it that, that really, I don't know, I'm gonna say a masculine look to it. Now, some people might disagree. You could actually turn this into a Christmas card too, but this is the one that we're gonna make next. I kind of thought of a manly birthday card. Okay, I've got a basic white thick card base here. I'm actually doing it in the 11 by 4 1/4 and scored it at the 5 1/2, but I'm gonna actually turn my card sideways like this. So when you open your card, it's gonna go this way. Just kind of something different. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside. We need all these goodies. So where we need, let me get down here. We need a piece of, this is Smoky Slate. We need a piece of, this is the Pebbled Path. This is one of our new in colors. I just love how this kind of has a brown tint to it. I think it's beautiful for that mountain range. We've got some scraps of our garden green. Now this is for our trees that we have. I know this was kind of overkill on the scraps. I need a scrap of white because I need to stamp one single tree. I need my basic black, or basic black. Yep, basic black, that's what that is. Just a little tiny scrap here so I can do my sentiment. And then I have a piece of basic white, which will go on the front of this card like this. I will be cutting a circle out of this. So let's do that first so we can find our placement of our mountain scenery. So I need my stylish shapes, of course. Now you can decide how you want this. It all depends on how much of that mountain scene that you want to see. You can do the big one and have more of that scenery behind there, which is really pretty. But I went ahead and went with the second largest, just like this. And so let me get that cut out. I don't think this paper is going to fit in this, but that was great wishful thinking on my behalf. So we're going to need to get the big boss out here. Oops, let's not crush our papers here. Okay, and if you want to measure out where the center of your basic white is, by all means do so. I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in this piece. I need to get a brush. I'm using the Balmy Blue. And so knowing that this is gonna go in the center of this card, I know that in the center of this area here is where I do my Balmy Blue. So just grab some of that ink on there. Now this is gonna be very, very light. It's just to give it just a hint of color so we're not just going straight on white with those mountains. So it makes it look like it's more of a scenery with the sky behind it. So I don't even know if you guys can see that on camera, but there is just a very, very light tint of blue to that. So then when we have our white piece on there, you can see the blue behind there. All right, then what I'm going to do is I am going to cut my mountains. Where are my dies? Right here. There's this large mountain piece here. I'm going to cut the mountain out of the pebbled path and out of the smoky slate here. So I'm just going to turn around here and cut this out. Instead of moving this big thing all the way over there. Okay, so here that is. You know, what I was thinking earlier is if you make more than one of these, hang on to these pieces, because if you see, I've already cut it out of the pebbled path. If you took this mountain and you flipped it, because this is what we just cut out of this area. That's what we just cut out of that. If you take this, now flip this over, you can have a whole different mountain scene behind this. And it looks really, really cool because then it's not the same shapes. It looks more faded because you don't have all the detailed embossed areas like you do on the front one. It just makes them look a little softer. They look a little set back. And I really kind of like that. But I just noticed that right before I came over here when I cut this out. So we're going to keep it the way that I did my other card. And we're going to put the gray and the pebbled path on there layered. And so what I'm going to do with my pebbled path is I am going to take, I have my little finger dauber here, and I have the Whisper White Craft ink pad. I'm just gonna lightly dab that in there, or not lightly, but dab that in there. And then I'm just gonna grab this ink and just kind of softly add some ink to the tops of these mountains to make it look like they're snow-topped, snow-capped, whatever that word is. Now you could do the same thing on this, but you're not gonna see it as well because of the smoky slate being so much lighter. All right, so where is my card base? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and we're gonna make sure that we're not too high, that we can actually see our mountains behind this. So once I find the area that I like it, I know that I can hold it there, pick it up, and then I know that that peak is going to be right in the center of that. then I can cut off, well, I'm not gonna cut it off yet, but I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue this down just like so. Then I can come over here and I can cut off some of this excess because I know that my circle's not going to see that. And we're gonna be popping this up, so you're not going to see be seeing any of the outside anyways. So then now we're gonna take this piece here and I'm going to move it over like this, just so it's kind of offset behind there. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna cut this off over here. Now, I know that's not pretty back there, but it's okay because nobody's going to see what's underneath once we add this to there. They're only gonna see what's behind this little circle. So now what we can do is we can pop this up with some dimensionals. Now I'm gonna use my big dimensionals and I'm gonna put them kind of close to my circle because I definitely want to keep that popped up. So I add 4 around the center, especially the 2 on the outside to keep that from warping down and touching my card base, and then my 4 on the outside on the 4 corners. Okay, there we go. There is our inside done. Now I need to grab my little scrap here. We're going to stamp that single tree, which is right here. Okay, I need my garden green. Just gonna stamp this right here. Okay. Now I need to grab my dies because on my piece of garden green scrap, I'm going to be cutting out the big tree and I'm going to be cutting out the smaller tree. Now I think, which one did I grab? I think I have this little tiny guy right here. Let me see, because I don't think it's that one. No, that would be way too tall. Okay. But as you can see in this, not only, oops, I need this one too because I need to cut out that tree. Not only do you get the groves that you can cut out from the stamps, but you can cut out all these individual trees that have all the very realistic, as you can see in this card, it is the silhouette of that tree. And it's just very, very pretty. I love the look of it. So again, let me flip around here and die cut these out. That one, let me wait a second until I get this through here. And then I'll die cut it at the same time so we can get them all done. I need my tape. It just shifted on me. Okay, there is my stamped tree. Ah, get out of there. And then here are my two more detailed trees. Now you do gotta be kind of careful when you pull these out because they are kind of dainty on these little edges. And then just pull all your little, you're gonna have to weed some of those little pieces out of there. Okay, just like that. And then we've got this little one right here. All right, there's both of our trees. There's that one there. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we are going to add, oops. We're gonna add the big tree right there to the edge. We're gonna put this one right here, and then this little guy is gonna go right back, tucked in back there. Then what we need to do is I need to grab the white embossing powder to stamp that one. Okay, I'm missing a tree. Where did I put it? You guys see where I put that tree die? Oh my goodness. Don't lose any dies. I just had that small tree and now I can't find it. You guys see it? Hello, Linda. Hello, Melanie. I don't know where I just put that little tiny tree. I knew I had to flung it somewhere. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess I will be on a hunt as soon as we are done here because I don't know where I put it. I don't think I threw it on the ground. Nope, I don't see it down there. Yeah, I checked my machine and I don't see it in here. Well, I will be on a hunt. Oh, there it is. It was on the floor. See? Jeez Louise. Get doing stuff and then I lose my marbles. Okay, we are going to now grab our Versamark. And the sentiment that I'm using for this is from the Best Day. I'm going to be using this happy birthday right here. I like that it's kind of the block lettering where it's not more of like a fancy script. So I'm just going to stamp that in the Versamark. And I'm going to come over here because it's already been cut off. Close that up. grab the white embossing powder, close that before we get our heat tool going. Now, if you guys have a heat tool and you hang it on a clip or a little hook or something like that, it is always recommended that you guys unplug them. We had a cat one time when we still lived over at the other house. My cat ran across mine, hit the cord, knocked it off of the hook, and it actually turned on. I don't know if it hit something on the way down. I don't know how it happened. You can wind up burning your house down. Those get extremely hot. So you really need to be careful with your heat tools and just unplug them when they're not in use. That is the safest way to make sure that you in your home stay safe when you have a heat tool, because that would be horrendous to have your house and all your beautiful craft stuff get destroyed because of a craft tool. But it has happened. Ew, that just haggard that all up. Well, you know what? I gotta do that again because that just beat the heck out of that. So hold on. When in doubt, do it again. All right, so now let's get to putting this card together. Okay, the tree is gonna go there. So I'm just gonna run glue right down the center branch of the tree. Kind of put it right on the edge of that circle so the branches hang over into the mountain. Okay, this one is gonna go here. It's gonna get glued on the bottom and get popped up with just a little dimensional there. Like so. And then this one, we're gonna tuck inside. Right over here, right in between those two mountains, just like that. Okay, and then our little happy birthday is just gonna come sticking out right over here, but this looks a little wonky. There we go, that looks better. So that's gonna go right there. Gonna get a little dimensional on this side. You can use the black dimensionals, that would work. And then we're just gonna put a little bit of glue down here. And then that's just gonna go right like that. Now we need a few embellishments for this. So let's see what we have. I mean, we could still use those and use some of those green ones. We could use the silver. Now these are what I had used on the other one. And I had used these ones right here that are kind of like a green tint to them. You can use the gold. These are called the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. I just kind of like the green tint on this. Put that one up there. Put a small one here. And put a big one there. Okay, just like that. There is card number 2. Now I think what we're gonna do inside of here is I'm just gonna stamp that single tree on the inside here. And since that's a happy birthday, you can say so many things in the inside of it. Stamp, you know, wishing you all the wishes. It's the best day because it's your birthday. That's kind of cool. Let's put that in there. Because it is the same font. Let's grab black. Where is... Yes, this is definitely a manly card. That's why I'm not very good at making manly cards. But that's why I chose this set, because I wanted to show that when you purchase this set, not only does it make beautiful Christmas cards, but it can make, you know, year-round cards for masculine cards. This beautiful scenery in here. So there you go. That is card number 2. And the inside, it's the best day because it's your birthday. So cute. Okay, card number 2. All right, ouch. I just whacked my knee. Let me clean up some of my area here so I know where I'm at and what I'm doing, and get some of these stamps cleaned off. So I have some of my blocks. And definitely be sure to get yourself a chamois. Get all your supplies that you need because of that free shipping right now. Definitely take advantage. I know I saved myself probably about $40 on free shipping today. That always makes me happy. Okay. So now on to card number 3. Now this one is a little bit more detailed, but I'm going to show you kind of something cool that I discovered what I could do. I didn't have anything that made grass. So what I did was I took my tree die and I turned it sideways on a scrap. That's where I got my little pieces of grass here. That is actually from one of these trees, just the side branches of the tree. So I was having to do what I had to do, and I wanted grass on this card, and that's just the way it was gonna work. So, all right, so here's all my scraps here. Our base is, this is Daffodil Delight base, and what we're going to do with this is, I need to measure this because for some reason it looks awfully wide. Oh, I guess not. Nope, it's perfect. Okay, then I need my scrap paper here underneath. I'm also going to grab my pumpkin pie stamp pad. Now with my pumpkin pie, I'm gonna get some ink up on my blending brush. Try to get all those squigglies off and just come in. I'm gonna open this up for just the sides and bring some ink in to the sky area. Then I'm gonna close it and do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm only doing the edges. I'm gonna leave the center alone with the brighter yellow in there. Okay, just like that. Gonna make sure we don't have any of those little squiggly marks on there. Okay, that's good. Close that up, move that out of the way. And that is prepared for what we need to do. So I'm gonna set that aside. So the next piece that we need is I grabbed a piece of basic black. I then took my mountain scenery, ran that through, came out with my my black scenery. I'm looking over here at my other card because, again, like I said, I'm doing black on this one. I just think it's just going to show up so much better. I think it really is going to grab the attention of those mountains. So we're going to try it. I'm going to do it in black on this one, but as you can see in this one, I did it in brown. We are going to need a piece of Mossy Meadow, and I grabbed 2 scraps of this because of the fact that I'm going to make some grass out of one, and I'm going to die cut the trees out of the other. And then I need a piece of Old Olive, which again is, I'm gonna do some grass out of that one. So it needs to be my taller piece. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna cut it down to my 4 1/4. Like so. I'm then going to take, let's see if we can do it in the mini machine. Not sure if it's gonna allow me to because this is meant for the big Stampin' Cut and Boss, but we're gonna try it here. I don't think it's gonna allow me to. Oh, maybe it will. Not sure, hold on. We're gonna try this and see if it's gonna work. So what I have done is I have taken, there are 3 sets of trees here. I'm going to take this center tree right here, and I'm just going to line it up with the stem along the edge. So it won't cut any of, it's not gonna cut any of this side. It's just gonna go down the center, but then it's going to cut over here. So let me show you what I mean by that. You know what? I am going to use the big machine because this is not going to do what I need it to do. So let me bring this in. I'm going to get a workout today. That's good. You never thought you could work out while crafting? Now you know. Okay, like that. Just put that edge on there. Die cut that through. Okay, pick that up. Now watch, when I go to remove all those little pieces, see what I was talking about? I have grass now. Sometimes we just gotta do what we gotta do to make what we need. Okay, I'm gonna bring this over like that. Because you can always look at a die and come up with other ideas for that, if need be. Okay, again, pop those out. Now I've got grass. Okay, done with that one. Now I need to take my piece of old olive. This one does not need to be quite as long, but I think it's still, yep, it's a little bit longer. That's fine. I'm gonna take it, place it on here, and this is where I'm gonna take my biggest tree, doing the same exact thing, running those little pieces across there. I'm gonna do it one more time. Okay, I'm gonna flip it this way. Do it again. Well, helps if I have my paper on here. Okay. There's my grass. Okay, now what I need to do is I am going to grab a piece of mango and a piece of pumpkin pie. And I'm going to take, well, I guess I don't need both of those on there yet because I can only do it one at a time. I'm going to take my little stars, just the little stars here, and I'm gonna line those up on there. And you're gonna run this through a couple of times. Just like so. Now you're gonna get little stars everywhere. I just take them and ever so slightly just lay them down so you don't lose them, because they are itty bitty. Itty itty bitties. Okay, lay those down there, do it again. Now, when I send these to you in your kit, they are going to be in a little tiny plastic bag so they don't get lost, because if I was to try to put this in the envelope and send those to you, as soon as you slid your scraps out, you would lose all your stars. So I do put them in a little bag so then you don't lose them. And they're easier to keep track of. I always make sure when there's little bitty tiny pieces like this, I don't want you losing them because you need to be able to make your card. Okay, we're gonna do the mango twice. I know this part is kind of tedious, but you'll see why I'm doing this in just a minute. My stars are gonna become the heads of my flowers in my grass. I know you wouldn't think to have star-shaped flowers, but again, you make do with what you have. And you know what? It actually works and it looks good on this card, in my opinion. And I like to be creative with what I have to work with to make different kinds of settings. Okay, now we've got all these little green pieces, which I'm gonna get out of the way so I don't get those stuck to anything. Okay, let's put my stars away so I don't lose those. Okay, I moved my car base right here. Okay, my card base is gonna go right like that. And I know my mountains are wider than my card, but that's okay. We can always cut all that stuff off. So what I need next is I'm going to decide where I want this piece above those mountains, but I don't know why I put that machine away because I didn't even cut my trees. I was so excited to show you guys the flowers. Okay, let's cut some trees. We're gonna need the big tree. We're going to need all of these other babies. We're just gonna cut them all. Why not? Who knows? We might need. There we go. I'm just gonna place them on there. Kind of utilize our paper, just like that. Okay, make sure that my plates are lined up because if I don't have this plate on that other plate, I will go to cut it and it won't cut correctly because it doesn't have that second plate to have that pressure squeezed between it. Ugh, and those all shifted and I just ruined all of those. So we're gonna have to cut a couple of these over again. Okay, that one worked, and that one worked. So let me put these ones away. I've got to recut that one and that one. Okay, so I'll do that right now. Actually, let me take these out. So there's my big tree. Okay, there's that medium tree. Tiny baby. And then this one. If you did these in a different color, you could probably do these as seaweed, actually, if you needed a card that you wanted seaweed on there. These little things, or even a fern, if you wanted some fern plants, those actually look like fern sprigs as well as trees. Just saying. Okay, let's get all my pieces put up there. Okay, there's my trees. And we're good. And I think we're done with die cutting. So now let's bring this back in here. Let's figure out where our placement is going to be. Like that. Now we're gonna grab our trees. Okay, like that. And we're gonna grab this big tree and we're gonna place it right like that. So let's make sure that's gonna work. I think we might wanna bring this down some. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to hold that there. And I'm just going to take, if I can find a pen, and I'm just going to mark because we're gonna have that covered with this anyways. So now I know where I can glue that down. Right like that. Make sure that's straight. Okay, this piece is gonna go like this, but I'm gonna tuck that tree in right there. And I'm gonna have it go over as close as possible to the edge of my base without, oops, helps if you hold it a minute so it doesn't go over. Okay, then we're gonna grab this one here. I'm gonna take that one up there. Now you can keep stacking and layering as many of these trees as you want on here. You can add dimensionals to them and just layer away. That one there, this one here, kind of just staggering like that. This one's gonna go right there. Now you could take a bunch of these little ones and just do them around like that. I don't think I'm gonna put the little one on there. I think it'll just get lost. Okay, this is then gonna go right like that. So we're gonna glue that on next. Now this goes to both your edges. Just like that. And then this one, it's a little bit wider because I want to actually tilt this just a bit. We're gonna cut some of that off so I can tilt it. And we know we need to go like this. I can actually go this way this time. I'm gonna actually tilt it going that way. The other card, I had it going this way, so it doesn't matter. It's just however you cut that big tree. Okay, now we've got a lot to cut off of here because we're gonna add our sentiment right in the bottom of this area. So in order to do that, we need to now flip this over and cut our mess off. So just line up right to your card base and just go right along the edge. And if you want to do this during each layer, you can. All right, so now we get to add all this fun little flowers to this to make this card just pop. We're going to add, I've brought the sentiment set over called Charming Sentiments. I like this big, bold, chunky, Beyond Grateful stamp set. Stamp sentiment. So that is what I am going to place on the bottom here. Since I'm stamping on the mossy, I am going to use my Stays On pad. Now you can go on either side of this card, here or here. I think I'm gonna actually go over here this time. I actually just wanted to smell my Stays On, just kidding. But I do like the smell of Stays On. Yeah, I definitely like it. See, oh yeah, that turns out so much better when you use Stays On ink versus, where's the other one that oh, right here. I use the Memento here. It's just not as crisp black as it is when you do Stays On. And this is stamped twice on here with Memento. And you just get a much crisper look when you do Stays On with that. Okay, so now comes the fun part that we're going to add all of our little stars. Now this can be, you know, done in any way. There's no right or wrong way to adding your little flowers. I just start taking glue and just dabbing it on the ends of my grass. And then I just place a star and stick it, and then go up here, add another one, maybe in yellow this time. Or not yellow, that's mango. And then we're gonna go right down here and grab another star. Oops, if I can keep them flipped over. So you're just gonna randomly go about and add stars to look like little flowers. If you can get them to flip over correctly, they're all upside down. Every single one of them are upside down. How does that happen? So this part is the more time-consuming part of this card, is adding all these little bitty flowers to this, but it definitely is worth it. Let's see. Oops, you guys probably just got a headshot, huh? Because I leaned in pretty far on that one. Oh, come on, stars. See, every time I drop them, they're all upside down. What is the deal with that? Yeesh. Okay, we're just gonna do a couple more here because I know this is kind of boring. I mean, you guys know how to place stars on a card, but I just want to show you the finished look of how cute these stars look on this card. Let's get a smaller one. Okay, there we go. So you can put more stars, less stars, however many stars you want on there. But look how cute that is. If you have small little embellishments, you can put little embellishments on there. I know a couple catalogs ago, we had those little daisy. They were in the little jar. They came with the rain or shine, the little cute characters. You could put those on here and have some little daisies on there. Super, super cute. But how gorgeous is that card with, I really think I like the black mountains over the brown. I think that black just really makes that card pop. So let's do the inside of this card. What are we gonna do in the inside? We can actually, I mean, I hate to keep going to the trees, but I think we're going to, just because. Did I bring, I didn't even bring, thought I brought my mossy over here, but I didn't. So, where is it? Oh, there's Mossy Meadow. We're gonna put some Mossy Meadow trees on the inside. Where's the stamp set? I think I'm gonna see how this is gonna turn out. I need my big block again. I'm going to take these two trees right here. In Mossy. And I'm just gonna add those right over here to the side. Like so. Now, we put Beyond Grateful on the, I gotta re-ink her pad for her because it's not as juicy as I would like, but it works. I'm not certain what we would say in the inside of this card because we have Beyond Grateful. There's probably so many reasons why you would send a card, why you're grateful for that person. So I'm going to let you put your own sentiment in the inside of that card. So there is our Beyond Grateful, beautiful scenery of the forest with our beautiful pop of flowers coming out of that grass. And so let me grab all of the cards that we have made tonight and show you the versatility of this set. So we did a Christmas card for our first card. We did a happy birthday card and then a beautiful scenery that, I mean, this could technically be just framed as a beautiful card or sat up, you know, year round because you're going to definitely want to see that. It takes me to a happy spot. This card does. It so reminds me of being up in the mountains of Oregon, and just being, you know, you could put some, even if you wanted to put some snow caps on the black, that would be really pretty as well. So there you guys go. Thank you so much for sticking with me. and watching my beautiful creations of the night using the Forever Forest bundle in the new mini holiday catalog. Have fun with this. I can't wait to see what you guys create. Please share with us over on Pink Barn Stampers group. We love to see what you guys come up with. And have yourselves a very, very, very wonderful week. If you say prayers, please be praying for our world and for what is going on over in, across the seas over there in Palestine and Israel. Keep those people in your thoughts and prayers. I cannot imagine. Just watching the devastation on the news just makes me so sad for all those innocent people. So I know you guys have probably heard all about it, and it's just ugh. So have a wonderful, safe week, and I will see you guys back here next Monday. Be sure to watch for the supply list on Wednesday for our mystery stamping coming up. Okay, you guys. Bye-bye.